pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the next item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the February 12th meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Lebo, is there a second? Commissioner Pine, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Carries unanimously. Item number 3 is the awards, a unit citation for the traffic safety unit.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm proud to nominate the officers of the Special Services Division Traffic Unit, Officers Anthony Rinaldi, Nicholas Artizone, Eamon Monks, Frank DeAngelis, who's at the training event, along with Crash Unit Officers Kevin Walt and Mark Letch, who also at the training event, led by Lieutenant Jeremy Zadru and Sergeant Mike Collin for the prestigious Unit Citation Medal. This distinguished recognition is granted to those whose collective efforts bring exceptional credit to the law enforcement profession, demonstrating outstanding teamwork and professionalism. The members of this unit have consistently gone above and beyond the expectations of their roles, exhibiting diligent, sustained effort in the performance of their duties. Their actions have had a profound impact on traffic safety in the town of Fairfield, as evidenced by a remarkable 252% increase in proactive enforcement from the year 2023 from the state. Wow. Through their cohesive, effective teamwork, these officers have set the standard for excellence in traffic enforcement, tackling critical issues with precision and dedication. Their enhanced focus on traffic safety has led to a significant noticeable increase in public awareness, ultimately contributing to a safer community. The tireless efforts of the traffic and crash units have not only improved public safety, but have also served as a model of professionalism and commitment to the core values of law enforcement. Their coordinated efforts reflect the true spirit of a traffic unit, marked by dedication, collaboration, and an unwavering commitment to the safety of the citizens they serve. I firmly believe their exceptional performance and impact as the Special Services Division Traffic and Crash Unit fully meet the criteria for the Unit Citation Medal, and I strongly recommend them for this well-deserved honor.
Okay, thank you.
That was amazing.
Chief?
Amazing.
Yeah, so are we going to present that?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, great. You guys want to come up? You guys come up here if you recognize.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. They go late a little bit. We got one monster here.
Yeah.
Just move forward because the podium's back there. Move forward.
There we go. Ready? Tony, that looks so scary.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
That was amazing. Thank you very much. You guys are doing a great job. Good job.
All right, well, thank you all. That's an amazing work that they've done. It's incredible, and it's a lot to go out there, especially on rainy and cold days, and continue to do your traffic enforcement. The results have shown. That's really impressive. Okay, item number 4 is a, do you want to read item number 4?
Sure. Presentation by Andrea Kerrin. Proposal, Friends of the Fairfield Animal Shelter. You want to come up? You just,
Andrea Karen, 801 11 o'clock Road in Fairfield. Commissioners, thank you for your time. So this is a wrap-up presentation on the proposed Friends of Fairfield Animal Shelter. And I'd just like you to know, I'm making the statement, to put it on record, as a concerned citizen who was a member of the committee. The committee has disbanded, and anything else we've done or written has been, approved by the group. So this is my experience, as a member of the committee, but I'm not speaking for the whole committee. First, I'd like to thank Captain Paris. Since November, he's been my point of contact frequently, and he has been courteous, responsive, and I'm really grateful for that. When I tried to speak directly to Officer Miller about a proposal, he avoided me, referred me back to Captain Paris, and then shortly thereafter asked the commission to make a ruling that no volunteers work at the shelter. The commission was kind enough to defer a ruling and encouraged a meeting between the committee and Captain Harris. We did meet on February 14th with Captain Harris and his entire team, and me and another member from our committee. He started out by haranguing me for making FOIA requests, and also for a Facebook post made by a woman I hardly know. He said he doesn't want a volunteer group because they're a problem. He cited two 10-plus-year-old issues to support his group like a friend group. One was in Westport, saying that there was conflict between the ACO and WASA. However, that ACO is currently under fire for animal neglect at their current position. He also noted a Stanford ACO who was fired for repeatedly adopting out animals into virus. So we had offered to help with social media and fundraising for spay and neuter. These were issues that, as a community, we had seen, were ripe for helping with. Officer Miller started right out stating that they don't need social media help and that he will have staff work that into their schedule that he can. So he declined that. And I do have some notations in here just with facts and figures about how we identify that as a need. But he declined that. Officer Miller also declined fundraising help. And we really had a focus on fundraising help to spay and neuter the animals before they're adopted out, because that is the best practice. He said that all animals will be spayed and neutered before they're adopted, and that he's relying on animal population control vouchers, a veterinary relationship, and the town, which he says gives them all the money he needs, and even to those other functions. So that's not a question. So the two offers we made were, dismissed, and I'm glad that he doesn't need the help and that that's all taken care of. He wasn't open to further discussion about whether there are other needs. So, we're disappointed, but we have to accept that. A couple things, though, that I do want to add as fundamental basis, and I'd like to add this to the minutes, if we can just attach it to the minutes, for future reference, if somebody comes back in the future. This is a baseline. Beverly Animal Control reputation is not great. The Fairfield 5, Bailey and Greenfield Hill, kids through the Shiba Inu who was shot, a widely spread and persistent rumor about a group of stray cats who were euthanized without any alternatives being explored, and frequent admonitions on Nextdoor and Facebook telling people who have found dogs not to bring them to the animal shelter. It's out there. Friends groups are a productive way to reduce ACO's workload in certain areas so they can focus on unmet needs elsewhere. They do improve animal control reputation. They improve animals' lives, and they do inspire pride in the community. Further, Trumbull, Stratford, and Westport have active friends groups for their shelters. Animal control in these municipalities appreciate their friends groups, and they go so far as to state they would not be able to do as much for their animals as they do if it wasn't for the friends group. In fact, Officer Reed in Westport invited representatives of the police department or animal control to speak to them. They'd be happy to discuss the benefits. Issues that are mentioned as problematic, such as insurance, have been addressed by these other municipalities to everyone's satisfaction, so those are not valid reasons to dismiss the possibility of having voluntary. And in these situations, the ACOs have been able to create rules and expectations that work for everyone's safety and still be ultimate decision-making for the ACOs. Public is awakening to the needs of animals in shelters, as well as animal care issues in the broader community. Communities want transparency and they want engagement. So I look forward to Fairfield committing to progressive animal control policies in the not-too-distant future, with an enlightened vision for the animals and for the community. So again, we accept Officer Miller's decision, but we do have a lot of research saying that there's more that can be done. So I thank you very much for your attention and for your consideration. Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You said you looked into the insurance aspect of this.
Yes.
What was the input? How did you go about doing it? Did you reach out to various departments and see what they do with respect to insurance coverage?
That's what I did, and what generally happens, is that the insurance is covered by the Friends Group. The Friends Group will pay for additional insurance. Although I looked at insurance here, I'm not an insurance agent, but I read it, and there's nothing that precludes volunteers from being on any property in the town. So, and it doesn't even say, with respect to working with animals, that would be precluded. Animal control is not mentioned anywhere in the insurance. But we would even push that point, and I don't see other municipalities doing it. The Friends Group gets it and pays for it, and while I didn't ask specifically, I'm sure that the municipality reviews it and endorses it as benefit.
Are you aware of any exposure that towns have for assistance that work in the shelter with warrant employees to help?
I haven't read any of the specific policies. The one that always comes up and is the most logical one is animal rights, right? And so that would be more or less necessary depending on the bite by the animal. But again, issues of tripping on something on the floor, or that's covered by the traditional town insurance.
Okay, thank you.
What about animal rights?
I don't know how that's handled. Again, that goes under insurance, and I don't know the layers. I didn't explore specific happenings and how that would be processed. But again, Trumbull handles it, Westport handles it, Stratford handles it.
I'm a little concerned because it was an arc recently with a volunteer that bit my dog. You probably heard about it. It was going to be, I'm not sure if the dog had rabies.
Oh, that's Hamden, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so
Animal Haven.
this volunteer got bit, the
Yep.
dog might have had rabies, the women had to go through a bunch of shots,
Yeah,
and then they had to euthanize the dog that apparently tested brain.
yeah.
That's an instance there where, you gotta be careful.
Absolutely, and there are rules and regulations, and again, it's the ACO who is in charge of that, so I'm not advocating that anybody has free rein to do whatever they want. But, specifically things like social media, that wouldn't even require being on premises necessarily to do something that would be approved by the ACO. That dog at Animal Haven has not been euthanized that I know of yet, and the fact that he would have rabies, I'm not speaking personally, but from everything I've read, the experts say it's unlikely that dog had rabies. He wasn't vaccinated, but he also had not been out of his cage for 8
State law quarantine for 14 days.
Yes, absolutely, but the practical aspects, and of course, I wouldn't take a chance, I would get the shots as well, but, the likelihood of that is actually low from what I've read on experts who are opining on that situation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We will move on to the next item on the agenda, which is item number 5, approval of donation.
Okay, animal control, $50 check from Janet and Wayne Murray, who are residents of Trumbull. Jan Murray is a former employee of the shelter. I should say, Jan is a former employee of the shelter. This gift was presented to our shelter as an expression of condolences in the memory of Kenny Miller. Second donation is to Animal Control, a $500 check from Denise Larson Fenton, resident of Fairfield, Connecticut, who also provided a memorial gift to the shelter in honor of Kenny Miller.
Okay, is there a motion to accept these donations? So moved. Commissioner Stone, second. Commissioner Lebo, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay. Item number 6 is the review of the February monthly report. Chief, is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's, obviously, there's a lot of good work in the back.
There's nothing significant or remarkable. The one thing I can say is that April 1st, we're starting a distracted driving campaign for 1 month. So you're going to see an increase of those who just got an award out there doing their work for the next month. We received a $49,490 grant for those efforts, for the distracted driving grant for April. It goes from April 1st to April 31st.
Are there any questions on the award?
Great job.
Hearing none, the next item on the agenda is item 7, which is an executive session for personnel. So I'll make a motion to go into executive session. Is there a second by Commissioner Klein? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Well, thank you. We're going to go into executive session. That will end the first part of the meeting. All those in favor coming out of executive session say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, it's 5:32. We're out of executive session. No motions were made, no votes or cats are actually taken during executive session. Does anybody have anything further? None?
Motion to adjourn.
Commissioner Stone, motion to adjourn, I'll second that. Our next meeting is April 9th at 4:30. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions?